Would you have any idea why self-esteem is important? How would you develop your self-esteem? Talking about self-esteem is talking about ourselves. We all have a mental image of who we are, what we look like, how good we are, and the results are our weak points. We all form that image over time, beginning in our earliest childhood. The term self-image is used to refer to the mental image that a person has of themselves, and much of our self-image is based on our interactions with other people and our life experiences. This mental image contributes to our self-esteem. But how do we really lose our self-esteem? Our self-esteem depends on the extent to which we feel valued, loved, and accepted by others, and to what extent we value, love, and accept ourselves. Two things in particular are leading to this cause: how others see us or treat us, and how we see ourselves. These two things, although they seem of little importance, usually have a great impact on our self-esteem. Parents, teachers, and other authority figures influence the ideas we developed about ourselves, particularly when we are young children. Welcome to Beyonce. In this video, we're going to share with you the 10 scientifically proven tips to improve your self-esteem. Watch till the end of this video for the tools that will help you build your self-esteem. But before that, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Number 1. Find the source of your low self-esteem. What's the point of trying to fix something that you don't know where it's broken? Self-esteem problems usually develop during childhood, and their causes can be very diverse. But if you don't know them, you will never be able to work on the origin of your fears. Having been formed in childhood, a lack of self-esteem has been created by a child's perspective and is surely skewed. Since you could not understand what was really happening, it is very useful to go back to looking for its origin and rethink your beliefs. Number 2. Try it even if you know you're going to fail. Now that you are knowing the origin of your low self-esteem, I'm going to show you the psychological keys that will increase your self-confidence. Even if everything someone told you was false and or had not proven effective, putting it into practice would still make you feel better. The reason is that it has been empirically shown that the main enemy of our self-esteem is simply doing nothing. When we feel threatened, our instinct is to seek escape routes because we believe that this will reduce our anxiety. So when you feel fear or discouragement, instead of facing them directly, you try to avoid them. The good news is that science has also proven that self-esteem does not depend on the outcome of your actions. Rather, it simply depends on your action. It increases when you face circumstances and decreases when you avoid them. As simple as that. Number 3. Replace your goals with values. Did you remember that setting great goals is usually synonymous with frustrations and loss of contact with reality? What would you do without goals in your life? How are you going to make your decisions? And how will you find the motivation to face your challenges? The truth is, we all need something solid, something that will keep you going when you feel tired, anxious, depressed, or discouraged. Something so powerful that it motivates you to always leave your comfort zone to expose yourself to what you are afraid of. Number 4. Identify your true strengths. In addition to your values, to build your self-esteem, you need to convince yourself that there is something good in you, and I assure you that we all have strength. The problem is that people with low self-esteem do not know how to identify it. Think of 5 achievements that you have achieved in your life. If it is difficult for you to find them, it is because you are not being generous with yourself. So imagine that that success would have been achieved by your friend. What would you say? How would you recognize it? Try to encourage yourself the same way. Then think about what positive personal characteristics are necessary to achieve each of them. Number 5. Turn your negative thoughts into rational responses. Now, you have a set of values and strength to start believing in yourself, right? But our past experiences, even those we no longer remember, continue to affect our lives in the form of our inner voice. In people with a healthy self-esteem, this voice is usually quite friendly and comforting. But in those with low self-esteem, he becomes their worst critic, punishing them for their mistakes and depreciating their achievements. This internal dialogue causes anxiety and confines us to our circle of comfort, so it is key that you are also able to overcome it. Number 6. Separate yourself from your fears with acceptance and commitment. It is very possible that after identifying and rationalizing your negative thoughts, you still have some fears so deep that they continue to block you. Do not worry, because for this, we have the strategy of acceptance and commitment, which is a method that has been shown in studies to be enormously scientifically effective in overcoming these beliefs. Don't ignore them. Learn to detach yourself from them. Number 7. Forgive yourself with self-pity. Leaning on your values, identifying your strength, and rationalizing and detaching yourself from your negative thoughts is necessary. But to achieve a healthy self-esteem, you lack something very important. Learn to forgive yourself from your mistakes. In psychological jargon, this is called self-compassion, and it is a strategy that is revolutionizing the scientific community thanks to its spectacular results. You are your worst critic. If after preparing for 2 years to pass an examination, you did not succeed, you would probably be very disappointed. But if it happened to a friend of yours, wouldn't you comfort him by telling him that the important thing was to try? Number 8. Boost your confidence with power poses. Although almost everyone believes that self-esteem is born in our minds, the most current studies by researchers such as Dr. Amy Cuddy suggest that it also has part of its origin in the body. Until recently, it was believed that the communication pathway between mind and body had only one meaning, but the reality is that non-verbal language also influences your mood. Number 9. Multiply your self-esteem with exercise. Your body has something else to say about your confidence, and that is perhaps the fastest way to increase it. The results of the largest study carried out on exercise and self-esteem show that as long as it is of medium intensity, doing sports increases self-esteem in the short term. Number 10. Think less of yourself and more of others. The spiral of lost self-esteem is a vicious cycle. In our eagerness to feel better, we begin to constantly check our mood. Like, how do I feel today? Does this tightness in my stomach mean I'm going to sink again? But that only creates more anxiety. To feel better, you should do the opposite. Stop thinking so much about yourself and focus your attention outward. If you have had low self-esteem, you wouldn't want to be in that state again, right? The best thing will always be to maintain that correct state of mind that balances our being completely. And the best tools to maintain good self-esteem are simple. Reduce stress and anxiety. Flee from perfectionism. Adopt a positive attitude. Commit yourself. Speak slowly. Go safely, and put negative thoughts on mute. Practicing this can prevent you from falling back into a low mood. Check it out and feel better. So why stay with low self-esteem when you can improve yourself with these 10 scientific and proven tips? Staying with good self-esteem will not only make you feel better, it will also develop better communication and harmony with those people around you. Did we miss any helpful tips you've tried before? Let us know in the comments below. If you find this video helpful, give us the big thumbs up, subscribe and click the bell so you'll always get notified whenever we upload great tips like this one. Oh, and remember, sharing is just one click away.